Okay, welcome back. We're talking to our guest, James, and he's talking about his recruiting duty, how he was able to stay on that for 11 years. And if anybody been in the military and done recruiting duty, realize it's a hard job to try to make that your career for 11 years. And it takes a lot of work to do that for 11 years. And eventually, did you get a stripe out of the deal or a rocker?
Well, your rank is still made the same way. You're not going to get promoted based on how well you do.
There'll be no meritorious promotions.
No meritorious promotions.
Wow.
What you do get is you start off with a silver badge, recruiting badge. And then you earn gold stars in it, 3 gold stars, the most that you can earn. And then once you earn your 3 gold stars, then you earn a gold badge. After you earn a gold badge, then you earn the sapphires, the 3 sapphires that go into your badge. After you earn a badge, then you earn a ring. And for the longest time, the majority of the time, the ring was the highest thing that you could award. I do have a ring, I didn't bring it in. My uniform does have my gold badge with the 3 sapphires in it.
You can point out
the gold recruiting badge,
right there. Okay.
and it has the 3 sapphires in it. I really didn't even think about bringing the ring in today. Oh. Towards the end of my career, they also came out with a belt buckle with the recruiting emblem on it, and that I wasn't there long enough to receive. I took 2,400 points to earn that, and they came out with that about 6-8 months before I retired. So that wasn't anything that I'd be earning there.
So doing this for 11 years, do you get any recognition for as many people as you brought in? I imagine you brought in a lot of people after 11 and a half years of doing this job.
I brought in one certificate, or I should say one plaque. Oh no, I have trophies that's probably 4 foot high.
Really?
And majority of my trophies are stored at my sister and brother-in-law's home, which is back in Michigan. Being in the military, you do travel quite a bit.
Yeah, I'd say we did.
So I had, being from Michigan, I left everything at one sister's home. And I do have a big pile stacked up in their room that they're watching over. But yes, while I was on recruiting duty, as one just so that I'd bring something in.
That's nice. What does it say on there?
This one says Lansing Western Recruiting Station, top LP station for 1991.
Okay, good. That's good. So I know a lot of the Marines, if they keep on the track and bring them in like you do. I don't know if you get put up for Recruiter of the Month, Recruiter of the Year?
Recruiter of the Month, Recruiter of the Year, Recruiter of the Quarter.
And you were, I imagine you were nominated for quite a few of those.
I made quite a few of them. Actually, for myself, Recruiter of the Month a couple times, Recruiter of the Year once, only because I was only on recruiting duty as a recruiter for 18 months. I took the top recruiting station for the quarter, top recruiting station commander for the month, and for the year quite a few times.
What was your rank when you were out there on recruiting duty?
I went in as a staff sergeant, E6. Right. When I retired, I was E7, Sergeant First Class.
And that's what they call it in the Army, Sergeant First Class?
Sergeant First Class,
yes. To our gunnies? Okay.
Correct.
And so when you were there, what was your position in charge of that?
In charge of the recruiting
right,
station is Station Commander.
Station Commander, okay.
It's the only place in the Army that an NCO will be called a commander. And that's when he's in charge of the recruiting station.
Now, did you still have an officer over you, or you were it?
I was it for the station. Then you have a company commander and a company first sergeant over all the companies in their area. Now, there's probably an average of anywhere from 5 to 10 stations in a company.
All right.
And that company may cover a half a state, or it may cover 2 states, depending on the population. If you're in an area where there's not a lot of people, then you're spread out a lot. If you're, for example, when I was stationed in Michigan, in Lansing Recruiting Station, we covered about 4 counties. When I was in Minnesota, in Mankato, Minnesota, the company was located up in the Twin Cities, St. Paul, Minnesota, and they covered pretty much the whole state and a little bit of northern Wisconsin, so 2 states or 1.5 states. So it really depends on the population.
Now, as successful as you were doing recruiting duty, did you get moved around more than the average? Like, did they tell you we need you at this recruiting station because they're having a problem meeting quota? Does that ever happen?
Sometimes that does happen.
It does happen.
You have your normal rotation, but then there's times where there is a recruiting station that might need help. Now they have recruiter trainers, RTs, and the RT goes out and works with the station commander and also with the recruiters. And they are located at battalion level normally. When I was with the Lansing Recruiting Battalion, I did go up to northern Michigan to Petoskey to work with one of the stations up there as an RT also.
So they
yes,
do send you out there?
They do send us out to go out and help, yes.
You want to say critique or just to assist?
To assist. Basically, you'll go out and you'll ride with the recruiter and you will see what he's doing. You will critique him on it, give him some pointers. And then you might even go ahead and sit down and talk to the applicant yourself so that the recruiter can see how it's done so that he can have a better feeling for it and become a better recruiter himself.
What else do you have? I noticed you brought a couple things, and we've seen your certificate. I see an official envelope. I've seen many of those with the seal. This
is a badge, basically. When I was stationed in Germany, I did qualify with the German weapons. When we qualify for a weapon, we qualify for a pistol, rifle, grenade launcher, and we get a certificate based on each one of the weapons individually. Where with the German soldiers, they have to qualify with all 3, the machine gun, the rifle, and the pistol. If you qualify as expert on one, you don't qualify as a sharpshooter on the other one, well then you're only going to get sharpshooter. Whatever your lowest score is on all 3 weapons.